Good morning, traders. Welcome to Beyond Profile. Today is Tuesday, April 5th, 2011. Markets pulled backing a little bit here this morning, actually coming into our long objectives where we wanted to get long yesterday. Markets pushed up at the end of the day, and now we're right back into these areas. The S&P is pretty well defined here. You have the 22s. That was the area that we were talking about. You got a naked point of control on the daily right there. Haven't come to it. We hit 23s pre-market here, haven't gotten to it. And then, of course, the gap filled down here at the 16 area would be the next objective. So far, we got a stage 3 building here. Today, if we can just auction back into yesterday's range, we'll have acceptance of value up in these areas here from these 22s to 32 area. Going sideways as we build a new consolidation range in order for this market to go higher from this level. And again, we may see our 22s right after the open here. If they run back down, may reach for the stops on the Globex lows, which would be great because then that would give us an opportunity to get on those 22s and catch it back up to 32s or so, 36s over the next day. We got another point of control here, 36. That would be the objective to the top side short term. That's on the S&P. Now the NASDAQ, very similar, almost got to the targets this morning. Let's look at that chart. For NASDAQ, you can see even pre-market on this. Had a strong move up yesterday as we came into these areas. Ran strong almost to the 40s. Then last night, we're pushing lower. China raised interest rates. Apple's down about $5 this morning. That's putting a little bit of pressure. But you can see here the 318s, 2318 level right here. Big volume node for us. This is where we said last night we would be looking to buy 17 halves, 18s. I was not awake early enough to catch that, but some of you might have caught it this morning because we were down into those 18s. It had given a nice actually setup pre-market here that you could have jumped on board the NASDAQ down in that area. So that's kind of met the objective of getting long at the 17 half, 18 area. And now it's kind of got the green light to go back up. We'll have to watch what Apple does today. Like I said, it's gapping down it's down almost 6 earlier. It's down about 4 now. So remember, Apple plays about 20% of the NASDAQ, so you got to pay attention to Apple Computer. This doing the same thing, though. It's just consolidating up here at these highs, looking to build another leg up. As long as we can hold on to this level here, we'll start to move back up and go challenge these prior highs at 67 area to 70s. That's on the NASDAQ. Let's take a look at crude. I noticed crude this morning is pulling in here into some small candles up here after making new highs. 108 area. This was the prior highs. This 107.40. It's actually where we came down to this morning. We've kind of tapped on the top of this, which should be a COP, change of polarity area here for this market. So oil, again, not much move. I mean, it's pulling back a little bit. This will be a key area for it right here at these 0750s. If this can hold outside of it, then we can continue to move higher. If it pulls back inside the blue box, then we've got some room to work our way back down. Maybe the gap fill or so on this market. So that's crude oil. Let's look at gold real quick. Gold is having a hard time here at this 1440 number. It's starting to get quite a few tails here. Yesterday, again today, it's definitely in a range of value here where it's auctioning back and forth. We could put a box around this and we could see where the auction actually resides and exists at. I mean, especially if you look at the profile there on the right hand side, you can see where the 70% area, the value is 1440s back down to 18 levels. So we've got an acceptance of value here, and this market has just found a safe haven, if you will, for it to play back and forth in the gold market. But I noticed the last couple days here, this 1440 number is really putting some heat on the gold. Every time we get up into it, it's been like a brick wall. So we would need to get up and over that if their gold market's going to move higher. The auctioning process should play out, should come back down, retest the lows again here of 18s, which was the value area low, and just continue to auction lower. Remember, if it can't auction higher, then we've got to auction lower to catch people to bid at a lower rate. Just think of it as an auction. It's all it is. If you can't get anybody to buy it at 1436, what you got to do? You got to auction it lower, 1431s, 32s, 28s, 27s. Where will somebody raise their hand in the audience to say, you know what, I'll take that? And then we got an auction, and then we look at it, to auction back up as people recognize that it's an undervalued price. So That's gold. Gold is, and again, there's a lot of interest in silver and gold right now. You turn on the TV, that's all you hear anymore is about gold and silver. So there's a lot of play. Silver continues to be strong. I think it's playing catch up, if you will, to the gold market because it's been so undervalued, and people are realizing that it's like really the poor man's gold at $38 an ounce versus $1,433 an ounce. There's a huge difference, and you can get a lot more bang for your buck, if you will, on the silver market. So. But those are the markets. We'll be watching, again, like I said, pullbacks this morning in these equity markets and looking for continuation higher, barring no geopolitical. We got FOMC minutes today at 2 o'clock, so that should be an interesting move after that also. Okay, folks, have a great trading day. We'll see you in the room.